Hey, and welcome to Drive-By Reviews, where today we're taking a look at two different camera gear backpack options, where the good people from Inateck were kind enough to send me two samples to test out for myself. The first one is a more professional, sleek-looking backpack designed to protect your gear while keep you looking like you're in good style. And the other one has a little bit more involvement of weatherproofing and shockproofing, designed to take on those harsher elements if you're going to go on a more dangerous or just a more rugged excursion with your camera. But both have their own pros and cons as far as what they're best used for. So let's see which one works best for me and my uses, and maybe which one works best for you in today's video. Here we go. Okay, so first up we have the professional style Inateck backpack, which has this nice silvery gray color overall. Very good texture to it with silver highlights throughout. In the very front, you've got the series of pockets, Velcro and open pockets, and also this big old slip-in pocket where it's all housed and you can slide in a laptop, any size laptop really, all the way down. Not a ton of protection here as there's only one layer in front of that laptop case, but it's easily accessible. There's also these two pockets in the very front that you can slide in smaller pieces of equipment or gear, or maybe some papers or things that you want easy access to as well. Off to the side, you have another small pocket. Usually these I utilize for spare batteries or batteries that I've already utilized I want to keep out of the way. And you can also drop that pocket down if you need more room for something to drop straight to the side with that nice tension strap you have at the top. Maybe like a monopod or a tripod. That tends to be where I put them. And it's easily adjustable. You can release it just with this strap there. You just pull out to release and pull in to tighten. And on the other side, you have a big stretchy pocket where you can put in, say, water bottles or maybe some other piece of gear you don't mind being a little bit more exposed for easier access. Now in the back here, we've got our straps, pretty classic straps and well padded. And it's got that nice front clip where you can really tether the straps down so it keeps the weight evenly displaced across your shoulders and chest. Pretty decently working adjustment straps that you can utilize quite easily. There's also adjustment straps at the top, which is a bit unusual. I haven't really seen that too often. And you've got these nice clips in the front of the straps as well if you want to attach gear, maybe like a knife or a walkie-talkie or something like that. Now the main access to all the components that you're going to store in here is at the back of the backpack here. And you've got this kind of strange elastic pocket where you can put something easy to access, but it's going to be near your back, so if you're sweating a lot, it could get wet after some hours of that. Now you drop the zippers all the way to the bottom to really get access to the whole back, and you place it all the way down here, and then there's another layer of protection to hold everything in place so that when you open it doesn't go flying everywhere, and you unzip that, and then you have access to all your pockets. Now with this sized backpack, and I'd say it's a pretty decent size if you're carrying around something like the Canon M50, you've got enough room for, say, a Gorilla Pod. You got enough room to adjust and make room for basically anything really, including lenses, including accessory items and microphones and all the like. And there's enough room for me to really include all my current lenses. I mean, the Canon M50 only has 9 native lenses currently anyway, so you can pretty much fit all the native lenses for this camera in this one backpack, and I'm sure that's true for the other one as well. And it's nice to have this many adjustable pieces. You'll find different camera bag options have different amounts of adjustable pieces. This one comes with quite a few of different sizes, so you can really adjust it for really any type of gear that you're going to carry around. Now each one of these backpacks comes with a nifty little rainproofing jacket that's designed to perfectly and snugly fit over the entirety of the backpack, and makes it waterproof. Now the other backpack is designed to be waterproof. However, even the professional backpack comes with this little cover and can be set up to at least, keep water from soaking through the various layers and getting to your gear. If you're in an emergency, you can whip that out and cover your backpack. There's also one more large pocket on the back side. Again, if you'd like to stick your laptop back here instead of in the front, you can do so for added protection. And there you have it. There is the whole professional backpack in all of its elements and all of its glory. Let's jump over to the more rugged shockproof backpack. Now it's actually quite different on this particular backpack. The style I like a lot actually, and there's more access points in general. For example, on the right side there is this side pocket where you can immediately access what you put in from the back side or from the side, and you can adjust this location as well with the different paddings to let it house different sized lenses or gear. And it's quite easy to access, as you can see right there. Now, on the other side, you've got an even larger stretchy pocket that correlates with this particular strap for the tripod. And those front clips are metal, actually quite pleasing to utilize and to touch. It's kind of a little brushed aluminum. And you've got some larger but similar style pockets as far as for the laptop and for different components. The only difference here is you don't really have any Velcro topped pockets to lock things in. The very top here, you've got this kind of housed in giant section that you can put large pieces in. It's not really designed to section off, but you could if you brought up some of the dividers from the lower side. And there's even a side access to this big compartment as well. So it's an interesting piece you could utilize for, I say, maybe the main camera or large lenses for easy access up top. And then here in the back, just like the other backpack, you have your primary access. And that is where it's a little bit different than the other backpack because it's divided almost in half. That big top section is on its own, and the bottom part is this entire access to the main components where you would stick your lenses. And there's that side access, as you can see to the right. That's where you can kind of reach into the right, and the rest of it you can decide if you want to make it only accessible from the back. Of course, if you wanted to make it just a giant cavern to house pieces, you could just remove most of those paddings or flip them to the other side if you want to make them smaller. And you got a couple of Velcroed pockets back here as well that you can access and put maybe some batteries or memory cards is what I'd use that for. And of course, you've got that weatherproofing cover as well that you can throw on to the backpack itself to make it completely water resistant there. Now you'll notice a little bit beefier overall as far as the padding. That's what makes it shock proof here. Although I'd say as far as how it feels to me, they're both pretty substantial when it comes to padding and protection. This was just a bit thicker, a bit girthier, and just has a kind of a larger divide between that top and bottom section, whereas the other one doesn't have a divide at all like that. And here you go, is me putting on to show you how snugly this and how the cover works and how snugly it fits onto this backpack to get it to be waterproof just like that. Quite easy to put on and remove. It's a good idea to have those with your backpacks just in case it starts downpouring, which it can happen here in Austin, Texas, for sure. Okay, so what's the verdict and what's my overall impression on these Inateck backpacks and which one's going to work best for me? Well, I'll say first off, overall, I think the protection elements of these backpacks is fantastic. They're going to work quite well. I have no doubt in my mind that you'll be able to protect your gear, no problem, in either of these two options. Just keep in mind that when you're moving those portable elements of the protection, it's designed to make it quite snug for whatever piece of gear you're molding it for, because you don't want it bouncing around. Even though that padding's there, you want it snug no matter what. And that should be pretty much straightforward, but some people forget that and they end up complaining when something's damaged because it was jostling around. Now, the one thing about the professional style backpack that I'd say puts it outside of my element for main use is the fact that most of its placement for main gear is going to be accessible only through the back of the backpack. And when I'm doing a lens review, if I want to swap out, or let's say even multiple pieces of lenses or gear I want to swap out, I don't want to have to access that through only the back. And that's where the other one comes in quite handy, because not only do you have this nice giant pocket where you can access, say like my Gorilla tripod or some other big elements that don't have to be necessarily stored away from other pieces like a lens, you also have the ability to access the top through the side pocket. You can also access the back position through another side pocket. And that just makes it a clear winner for me. Add in the fact that it's got this nice weatherproofing up top designed with these cool little buckles that really, to me, keeps it as a professional element. I like this little leather strap with the metal clasps. I like those a lot. So really, to me, this is a clear winner. I can use this all day, grande. And the other big piece is really how awkward it can be with backpacks to carry around a tripod. And I do like this adjustable strap they have here. It's always a bit cumbersome no matter what to bring around a tripod, but it's got a nice pocket if it's a small one, and this can actually hold a nice big one quite easily as well. They both also incorporate a strap in the front so that when you're wearing it with a lot of gear in the back, you can hinge it down onto your chest and use a lot of your larger muscle groups to carry your backpack around. The one thing that I would like to see is a strap for the waist. It's a bit nerdy, I know, but it does definitely help if you're going to go on a long hike. And since this is designed for weatherproof and shockproofing, it's going to be utilized for longer hikes, and it'd be nice to have that because it is going to stay carried on your shoulders and your lower back. But all in all, both backpacks work quite well for the purposes they're designed for, and they do so with a very nice sense of style. Well, there you have it. Now, you may have a different situation for yourself where you have your own unique preferences and your own favorite style of gear backpack, and maybe one of these Inateck backpacks works for you. If you want to check it out for yourself, I'll post some links down in the description below. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to like the video if you like the video, and subscribe for more if you want to see more. And I'll see you guys next time on the next Drive-By Review.